G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum on episode 353. I've just immediately spotted a bit of a problem here at the farm. We've got some kind of a farm invader this morning already, so let's quickly get rid of him. I'm not entirely sure how he managed to make it in here, but he's gonna become pretty much raw ingredients for crafting and cooking. Sorry about that. Bit of an interruption to the start of our day here. You know what? I might as well cook some of this croc meat, and perhaps maybe we can have a little bit of it for breakfast. But yeah, it's a nice sunny day today compared to yesterday, which was kind of very, very miserable. We were working on the Digo temple, and I think it's sort of coming along. We probably do need to just play around with it a little bit more and sort of see if there are any adjustments that we can make to try and make the place a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think we're going to give that particular project a little bit of a break so that we can sort of do a few other things today. So a couple of things are on the agenda that come to mind. One is going to be the the other project that we've got going, which is the archery range, and that's sort of almost complete, I would say. We do have a few important elements to get down, namely some of the targets that are going to actually, you know, form part of the range. But then also we've got, I guess, I don't know, how do you say, like platforms or something like that, where you would have the actual archers stand from. So that's sort of what I've got going in my mind to complete the entire range. And yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure what else needs to go there, to be honest. I mean, there's probably going to be a need for a little bit of fencing. But aside from that, I think it should be, you know, pretty straightforward, and we might actually be able to complete the project pretty quickly. But we'll see how we go. Then there's going to be a little bit more crafting to see whether or not there's anything that we could add to make the, well, I guess the Digo temple a little bit nicer. So we'll see what kind of crafting options we have. But anyway, as usual, there's all the farming to do, and we have the onion problem still today, so we'll actually have to see if we can try and fix that up. Ein is not in a good spot here, so let's get him... Oh, goodness me. Mate, you should not be here. Come on. How did he even manage to squeeze past? I'm not entirely sure at this point. He's probably dropped down. Ah, there he is. He can actually jump a couple of tiles. I didn't know that. So, anyway, let's let him go over here, and let's hope that he is going to remain safe for the rest of the day. Just trying to think of what else there is for us to do here. We do have grub meats to place into the crab pot, so let's go ahead and do that, and we should be able to then get the day started. There is also the matter of getting ourselves a brand new haircut, because it's been a while, and we've had this hairstyle for a very long time, I feel, so I think it's about time. But I don't know, maybe we might keep that for another day, maybe not today. Let's focus up on other things first. So farm, yeah, well, look, we are also running out of space in the inventory, so I'm inclined to maybe leave the farm for now, and see if we can actually put stuff away. Go see Rain about those bloody onion seeds, and then we'll see if we can't do all of the farming all at once. Although, we do have to wait until 11 o'clock, don't we? So that's kind of a problem. But that's okay. We're not really in a hurry to do anything here. It's not like we're going into the deep mines or anything, so... there is one thing that I forgot to do last night. That is place the compactor and the printer into the chargers. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait for a while until we get these two up and running, although... I'm not entirely sure if we're going to need both of them extensively today. And we'll see how we go. Alright, let's drop off other stuff. Actually, did we put maybe some of our quandongs from the farm in there? Potentially. Let's see. I would like to try and put away a few additional bits and pieces that I potentially don't need. I mean, that looks good. I'm hanging on to some of this other stuff because I will need it for the project at some point, even though we're not really working on it today. Drop in more money into the gacha machine. I feel like we've become a bit of a gambling addict here with the gacha machine. It's like every day, without fail. Oh, everyone's just hanging out at John's place. Ah, I see you've got a nice beehive there. Looks like it weighs 1.17 kilograms. How does 12,000 sound for it? Sure, mate. We'll take it for 12,000. In fact, I will actually spend some money on a house customization kit. It's definitely been a long time coming, this one, because we need it for the holiday home. So yeah, hopefully we can, you know, get something that looks relatively nice. Alpha Croco, so Sheila wants that taken out. We'll look into that a little bit later. Do we want to sell some stuff to John? I suppose we are sort of waiting a little bit here for Rain's place to open, so we may as well sell him some stuff. Welcome to John's Goods. How can I help? Let's sell you things that we don't need. So... a lot of seafood, apparently. Goodness me. Melvin. Manners. I mean, if we really wanted to make another bow, we could keep the slingshot, but I don't see any reason for us to have more than one. Are we done here? I think we are. Let's do it. 87,000. Okay. Well, not bad. At least we made our money back from buying the house customization kit. So, let's check out these onion seeds. Ah, finally. Okay. So, let's buy a whole ton, actually, because... look, it is the 17th, but I think we can get, like, what, maybe even 3 harvests or something like that in. So, I don't know, maybe that's overkill. Maybe something like that, 400. And at the very least, you know, we'll have plenty of onion seeds for the next season when it comes around. I think the reason why I might have not really had a lot of onion seeds is because we've actually been growing onions since the springtime, right? So we probably have used it all up pretty much. We had quite a bit, if I recall, before. Alright, very good. Just hanging about here because I'm sort of hoping that the tools will finish charging sometime soon, but perhaps maybe I do need to start working on other stuff. So yeah, we'll hang on to all of this. We do need to obviously work on the farm, but so that we don't have to sort of keep coming back here, I just want to see if we can work on getting our targets And I think we're going to use the melon scarecrows for this. So we'll use watermelons, gum logs, and spinifex tufts. Now, the reason why I'm not going for pumpkins is because, at least with watermelons, there is no real need for watermelons in any other recipes at the moment. So I think it's a safer option to use watermelons. So we've got 3 targets, so we're going to need 3 watermelons. We need 6 gum logs. And we need, what is that? That's 18? Spinifex, sorry, not 18, 24 Spinifex tufts. Almost said Spinifex logs there. Alright, so let's get these crafted. Okay, so we've got our targets. Now, while we're sort of waiting a little bit still for the tools to charge, I might actually just check out some of our other options for potentially making the Digo temple looking a little bit nicer. So these marble fences with the vines, I'm kind of curious, right? And I'm also kind of curious about the marble pillars. I don't know about the pedestal, but the pillars might be nice. But yeah, let's maybe try these 2. And at the very least, we have given it a go, and if we don't like it, then we don't like it, you know? And we can just tuck this stuff away, maybe put it in the recycling bin, or just sell it to John. But yeah. Let's go with... Yeah, that's a lot of marble, actually, for 1 pillar, but... Let's get a couple and see how we feel about that. Okay. Can we actually put anything on top of the actual pillar itself? Be kind of curious if that was something that you could do. Stack another pillar on top. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, like, you wouldn't be able to put a Digo statue on top of it. Doesn't look like that's the case, but anyway. Our tools are still charging, so perhaps we're going to have to come back to it. The other thing that I sort of thought about is what sort of pathways to use for these sort of platforms that we're going to set up at the shooting range, at the archery range. And I'm thinking maybe just normal palmwood paths, although maybe hardwood paths might not be bad either. So let's just grab them and see how we go. We'll grab the tin fences as well, because as I said, we might need some fencing. Before we go though, let me just have a play around with the marble fencing here. Yeah, okay. See, the thing is, and the reason why I have been avoiding marble is just because, you know, marble in real life, although it is nice, but nice in certain settings, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that you would want everywhere. So, anyway, I'm getting lost here. We need to head this way. Oh, but actually, we do need to work on the farm first as well, don't we? Yeah, let's deal with the farm, shall we? Because it just doesn't feel right going about our day without actually completing the farming. So let's get it done. All these onions have been just waiting for us for several days now. And the beans as well. I've been avoiding picking the beans because it's very easy to accidentally pick up the onions as well. So, plenty of things to do. I'm actually curious as to whether or not other people have, like, you know, farms as big as mine. I mean, I know maybe once people get the tractors, a lot of people might have, like, some very large farms. But I just wonder how big other people have their, you know, manual farms, if that makes sense. Or do people just, like, go with large farms and never look back? Yeah, anyway. If a lot of you play Dinkum and, you know, you're doing a lot of farming and stuff, let me know what your farm looks like and operates like, because I'd be curious to know, because, you know, maybe everyone does it a little bit differently. I kind of like the idea of having a farm that you would have to do some form of manual labor, you know, not like a I don't know, corporate farm almost, you know, where it's like producing mass amounts of food. It's not like Wuyan has like a very big population. It's not like we're trying to feed like, you know, hundreds of thousands or if not millions of people. So, you know, in my opinion, it makes sense to have smaller farms. Hence why I'm only using the big farms for the wheat and the sugarcane. But anyway, I'm gonna do another pass, obviously, to get the onions in. I just wanted to firstly harvest all of them, get that out of the way first. It already feels like a pretty long day here. We still haven't finished the farming. Hopefully we'll be able to get the projects underway a little bit more. It is 353, so edging very, very close to the end of the series. I'm getting a little bit worried as to whether or not we're going to finish everything in time. Plus I've got a few requests and, you know, people have sort of started getting me thinking about what else we might be able to do before the series ends. I'm just reluctant to commit fully, because I'm not sure if we have enough time. Oh yes, and then there's a matter of moving all of the... Oh, look at all the flowers, guys. It's almost there. But yeah, there's the matter of moving the entire garden by one tile. So that's also something that we need to try and resolve. In fact, maybe that's something that we could do later on tonight, because, you know, we've seen the garden before. We know that it's going to look nice. It's just that we need it to be a little bit further away from the farm because of the weird fencing connection issues. I don't know. I don't know if that's intended. I don't think it is, so hopefully in future updates it can be patched out and fixed up, because, yeah. I'm sure others would agree that it doesn't look as nice as a result. So, anyway. Speaking of looking nice, I actually haven't checked in on that sort of little book that is available in Fletcher's office. The one that sort of tells you how beautiful a town is. I think it gives you some kind of a beauty rating or something like that. So, I'm curious to actually take another peek at it and see, you know, whether or not we've improved. I can't even remember what our rating was last time, to be fair, so... but I'm just curious to see what we're rated at right now. I can't remember if it was like a star system or something like that. It's been a very long time since we've took a look at it last time, and I think that was the first time we discovered it, and we've never seen it ever since. We've sort of just done our own thing. And yeah, that's pretty much how I've operated this this channel in the series so far. I've literally just done what I wanted to do, guys, with some of your input, obviously, here and there. I most certainly don't agree with everyone's requests completely, but I do hope that you guys can appreciate what I'm trying to do with the town, and you know, I guess have a sort of semi-natural progressing town, and a natural looking town as well. It's not too outlandish, if that makes sense. I mean, we're supposed to be in the outback here, right? So, and I guess that's the sort of like video game player that I am, especially if I'm like playing RPGs and stuff like that. I like sort of quote unquote playing the part, if that makes sense. But anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on here. Alright, that looks good. I think we've gotten everything done here at the farm. I better chuck the seeds away. We're already down to 266 onion seeds, so no wonder we're always running out of onions. Or running out of onion seeds. It's because we just need so many for one harvest. We might have another problem if we can't buy some more. So yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll go see Rain again about it, and we'll try and see if we can buy even more. Can't remember where we've left the bike. Did I leave the bike over that side? Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, here we are with our project. So I'm getting distracted already, but I feel like I need to fix the road over this side. I don't know, just seems to be a little bit too close to the hill over here. Or the lookout, rather. So, what do we have going here? Okay, so we do need some other stuff crafted. We do need these pathways. So, we will actually get that done, but... so, in hindsight, probably not going to keep those pathways there. We are going to put in these hardwood paths. But yeah, I feel like we definitely need our printer with us. I feel like we need to sort of elevate some parts of this place, make it look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I'm just trying to think here if there's any other way that we can make this place look even better. If I elevate stuff, I also feel like it would become a little bit unsafe because the vine walls are only so high. Alright, let's make our way back to the workshop. And I'm thinking that at the very least I want the printer to be handy. We are sort of running out of space as well, aren't we? Yeah, we do need rock edge paths, don't we? So why don't we grab the ingredients for that? I think it's just stones. So let's craft maybe another batch. I don't think we need more than one more batch. But yeah, just in case. Okay, so do we think perhaps maybe... Oh yes, our pockets are way too full. Anything we can get rid of? I guess it's probably all this material as well that I've been sort of keeping with me in my pockets. Not to mention all these rupus that we keep picking up. But I shouldn't be upset about the rupus because they're quite valuable. But yeah, I suppose maybe I should be putting a few of these things away. Maybe that. We put onions away, actually. Onions, tomatoes, and cherries. That might help. Yeah, okay, feeling a lot better. You know what? Why not? Let's have some coffee. Speed things up a little bit more. Oh, and one thing I've always wanted to try. Oh, there we go. Nice. People were talking about using the horn. And there we go. So now I can be a proper hoon in this place. But I think to be an even better hoon, I do need to actually do it with the ute. Anyway, let's drop some soil. And yeah, sort of what I was thinking is maybe if I put some soil and I don't know, we could put like brick path or something like that together with the soil and sort of elevate the vine walls a little bit more. That might make it look a little bit nicer. Something like that. I don't know. I think that could work. And of course I didn't bring the brick paths with me. We're going to need some lighting in that area as well, because who knows, we might want to do some archery like at night. So we're going to need to be able to see those targets very, very well. Alright, let's do this. So no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for brick paths. Do we not have any brick paths? I guess maybe I used all of the brick paths for the flower garden. I mean, I've got the mossy brick paths and I don't want to use that, obviously. So let's grab cement and stone and let's craft ourselves a little bit more of this. Actually, it's just stone that we need. I'm not sure how much we'll need, but let's start with 3 batches and we'll see how we go. I'll hang on to the rocks just in case we need to make some more. Watch out, little diggo. Okay, here we are. Let's leave the bike there so that we get a little bit of light. And yeah, so I'm thinking something along these lines, guys. So it'll be something like that, maybe even more. So we'll surround the entire area with the brick, and we'll also oh goodness me, where is it? Did I accidentally put my my vine walls away? I think I may have. Goodness me. Alright, let's just steal that one for now. I know that's supposed to be like a safety wall behind the actual archery range itself, to catch any of those stray arrows. But yeah, it'll look something along like that, and then we'll have some tin fences go this way. Although, do we probably need a few more of these walls down this way? I'm not sure, guys. I sort of want to keep a limited amount of vine walls because I feel like it'll look a little bit too green. Ideally, this would be like a gigantic, you know, steel fence or iron fence or something like that. But anyway, can't always have everything that you want. Let's get rid of a little bit more soil. In fact, I think I'll just get rid of this tree completely. Alright, so, and we want this to continue like so. And yeah, so let's print out some more soil on the back right here. Yeah, I almost feel like maybe instead of vine walls, maybe it needs to be a gigantic wall. I don't know if that makes sense. But it might not be a bad idea, right? Let me just experiment a little bit more here. So, if we do something like that, and then we'll get our vine walls back in. So we'll have a vine wall here. And another one here. But then behind it, we'll also have like a solid wall. That might not be a bad solution, rather than having an additional vine wall behind it. Because then, you know, we know that there are no straight arrows that are going to go out, if that makes sense. Maybe. But then, I guess the back of this is going to look like a gigantic, like, brick wall, basically. I don't know if that's the look that we're going for. But maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Because I feel like this project's taking longer than I thought it would. I thought we'd actually have this done and dusted, like, pretty quickly. It's alright though. It's all in the name of getting the perfect design that we want. Yeah, something like that is okay. Gonna have trouble trying to get back up there though. Nice, okay. Getting a little bit tired here. Why don't we have a sip of coffee and continue. That should keep us going for a while, hopefully. Okay, so, and then now it's just a matter of, you know, chucking down all these brick paths. We probably need a few more brick paths. But yeah, I mean, in my view, that's going to be a lot safer than what we had before. Why don't we just chuck a tin fence right there. And yeah, we'll sort of repeat the same process on this side. As I said though, we're going to need a few more brick paths. So let's do a couple more batches. And I'm curious as to one of our vine walls. I thought we had another one. Did I maybe accidentally put that away or something? I think so. Alright, do we have enough tin fences? I'm not sure of the amount of tin fences that we have as well, so let's grab that. And I can't remember what else we need for tin fences, but we'll figure it out. Actually, that's the only thing we need for tin fences. Alright, so one batch I think should be enough. And we need these brick paths, so why don't we get that organized as well. I reckon a couple of batches will be what we need. And I think we're sort of done-ish with what we need here. There's still the matter of elevating a few positions in the within the area, and also I think we need to sort of think about where we want to keep lighting. I wish there was some lighting that would join up well with our fencing here, but I don't think there's an option for that. Anyway, let's drop that there, and let's just print out the soil first. Now, how far out do we need to go here? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe... I don't know. Is that far enough? I sort of need to bring, you know, our bow and arrows here and actually give it a try. I sort of want to do that when there's a little bit more light. Anyway, let's get more of our pathways down. Okay, doesn't look like we've got enough pathways anyway, so we're gonna have to go back. But let's actually get the fencing in, at the very least. And I think we could put one of our vine walls down. Okay. Not bad. Maybe a few more tin fences then. Yep, definitely need a few more tin fences, it seems. Let's play around with the elevation before we go to the workshop and decide what stuff we need to craft. I'm thinking maybe we want to extend this a little bit more. But yeah, so my thought process was to do something like that. And then we'll have actual hardwood or maybe palm wood planks, and sort of this is going to be a platform basically for the archers, and they would be shooting at these things. Now I also want to elevate some of these targets. So let me just play around with that concept as well. So something along those lines, and I was thinking we've got plenty of ramps here. We could maybe do something like that. Goodness me. That was a bit finicky. Alright, so that doesn't look too bad. And then now we can put the scarecrows back down, and basically we've got 3 elevated targets. Yeah, looks pretty decent to me. I'm also just sort of trying to consider how we're going to get lights in here. Actually need more soil on this side, don't I? Alright, good. Brick paths. Boom. And then more brick paths on this lower section here. So we'll get to that. Now the question is also going to be, how do we enter this place? Because I also want it to be kind of enclosed, because we need to make sure that it's safe, right? Like, people can't just stray in here while a competition's happening or someone's practicing or something like that, right? So, anyway, we need more hardwood paths. We need more fencing. We need more brick paths. I don't think we need any more of these dirt paths. I think we've got plenty of that. Maybe we can even do that. Like, we can maybe get rid of one tile or one pathway from each pathway and just put it there. I think that looks decent. I definitely do not want actual grass growing in here. And I wonder if that's how we might be able to use the what do you call it? The lawnmower. Goodness me. Took a while for that to come out. And to sort of get rid of grass from the area. Maybe. I guess what we can do is we can sort of leave things and see how it goes. If things encroach and overgrow into this area, we can always break out the lawnmower and try and mow it all back and get rid of the grassy patches. But yeah, that's looking good. Lighting is still kind of questionable. There is one type of light that I can't remember if we have crafted before or if we've never crafted it because we knew that we didn't like it, but it's sort of a metallic looking thing, which is kind of shorter than the rest of the options that we have. We just take that and let's maybe stock up some with some bananas here. That might keep us going for a little bit more towards the end of the night. Wine walls. Yeah, we definitely need that. Palm wood paths, I think we're gonna leave those behind. But yeah, these palm wood pathways, or hardwood pathways rather, it's definitely something we need more of. So I'll do one batch. I also want these hardwood steps, because I reckon it'll be good to sort of make a pathway up to the platform where people are going to be competing from. And yeah, these lights that I mentioned here, so garden lights, I don't know if they're going to be appropriate. Hardwood lamp posts. Potentially. Yeah, unfortunately there's nothing that really goes well with connecting to the steel fences. Although the street lamps might be the answer. I haven't really tested that. Maybe we can just give it a go. But yeah, that does mean that we're gonna have to come back here if we don't like it though. So anyway, just trying to think of what we can let go. Grass seeds can go. I think we're hanging on to that because we might need it for the temple project. We'll leave that there. And we'll need this for the temple project as well. So we can't get rid of that. Yeah, got a couple of street lamps already, so we'll actually give it a go with the fencing. But yeah, let's actually craft more of that fencing. I'll do a tin gate as well, and we'll see how we go with what we've got. Oh, actually, we need brick paths, don't we? Alright, let's do more brick paths. Can't remember how many we need, but I'll just do a couple of batches, just in case. I actually lost track of time while playing this episode, guys, because I'm really starting to get into it. And I can't remember how long it's been past 12 o'clock. I feel like it's been a while though, so this episode might be going on for a while. Anyway, let's try and hopefully get it completed. That's the goal anyway. Do that and do that. And do we maybe want to do something like this, where we're sort of encasing the place almost with the brick? Yeah, of course, we need more brick paths. Still, I keep making not enough. How many do we need here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so one batch should be enough. But then, yeah, there's the matter of how we're going to encase this place with the fencing. So something like that, and then we'll sort of get rid of the middle fence there. We'll do a tin gate. And then we want to have steps. Can we maybe do something like that instead? I don't think that looks bad, actually. Cool. Alright. And since we've got plenty of these steps, we could also do something like that. Like that, maybe? Or should we just have, like, all three of them set up? I don't know. I don't know what looks good. I think maybe just having a couple of them might be okay. But I'm sort of just experimenting with the placement. I mean, I could craft like one more, or maybe even like have another batch and we could pretty much cover the entire section. That could be a thing as well. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I think I might leave it at that. We apparently need a few more tin fences. So, yeah, we should actually get that done. But I do want to play around with the idea of using street lamps here. So what happens if we do that? Okay, so it doesn't actually connect to the fencing, which is a shame. I feel like maybe it could be a good idea for us to test whether or not the copper connects, but I don't think the copper connects either, because I'm looking at this right now, right here, and it doesn't look like it's actually joining up with any of the vine fences anyway. So yeah, I don't think it works. Alright. So we're gonna have to think up another solution for lighting. I wonder if maybe just the garden lights on top of these brick walls would do the trick. And then we sort of have, you know, a couple of brick pillars almost, you know, set up out here to light up the area a little bit more as well. That might not be a bad idea. Anyway, we need brick paths and we need tin fences. Let's go ahead and get that organized. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a set of those lamps that I mentioned before. Might need to just check out what we need for making those. glass bulbs and quartz crystals. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna check that we don't have these sitting around somewhere already. It doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and craft some of these. So you get a couple in one batch already. I might do another set just in case. Again, I think I shouldn't really be afraid of crafting some of this stuff because we could just easily sell to John if we don't like it. And yeah, brick paths and more tin fencing. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more brick path, to be honest, if we're gonna do some pillars. Fencing. Alright, let's do this. And if we don't really find success with what we're doing at this point, I think we're going to be calling it a night, because I think this episode's probably gone on for way too long. So for a lot of you guys who might be used to some of the shorter episodes, this might be a little bit overboard. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gotten into me, guys, because I just feel like I want to get this over and done with. And I feel like it's taken longer than what I initially thought it would. Something like that. And something like that. And then we sort of have something similar. Although elevated with pillars, if that makes sense. We might have to do something about getting rid of some of the soil though. So if we do something like that and then we drop a brick path there, I think what we should be able to then do is just drop another light there, and that should light up the place a little bit more. Yeah, potentially. We're also getting a little bit of light from the bike, so if I just turn the bike around... Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Do want to just get rid of all of this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on this lighting solution just yet, guys, but I'd ask for your advice, but the only problem with that is I'd have to wait several episodes before I'd actually get to read some of your advice on this. So I'm gonna need to find a solution myself. Let's repeat the process as much as we can. I think one more. My lord. Okay, there we go. And put that away. Chuck a brick path here, and just gotta get rid of all of this other unneeded soil. I should have I should have placed the lamp while I was up there. There we go. Alright, managed to do it. Goodness me, we are very tired. Let's eat some more bananas. Get some color back in our lives. And yeah, do we like what's going on here? I don't know, I feel like it's come a long way since our sort of rudimentary design a few episodes ago. So I'm kind of happy with it. I'm just still not entirely sure about the lighting though, guys, because it seems a little weird. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Let's place that back down. There we go. Alright. I mean, it's lit up on that side. Perhaps maybe we do need a little bit more lighting on this side as well. But perhaps maybe we can put the actual garden lights just in front of the range itself without actually putting them up on pillars, and that might actually light up the place enough for me to be sold on this. We do need to come back and actually give it a go, but that's probably not today. Today, I think it is time for us to say goodbye and have a sleep, because it's going to be a big day tomorrow. More projects to try and complete. I'm just tidying up the inventory before we leave here, because we're going to have a bit of an issue tomorrow if we don't do that. So let's drop a few things off. Make a little bit more space. Gum nuts, yeah, we do kind of need to replant, don't we? Yeah, that looks okay. But yeah, we're gonna struggle with space pretty early on tomorrow. I reckon maybe one of the first things we'll do is we'll try and replant a few more gum trees around the archery range, and from there we will continue on with I would say well, I wanted to maybe work on the Digo temple again, but I sort of want to get the flower garden issue sorted, so I might actually focus on that tomorrow instead. And see how we go, and then perhaps maybe after that we can sort of play around with maybe testing the archery range, fixing up a few little issues here and there with it if we need to, and then we'll sort of play it by ear. We also do have the house customization kit to use as well, so maybe we can go out to the holiday home and do that. Anyway guys, this is me signing out. As usual, leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.